Now we can move on to the next example. Object is projected 180 meters higher cliff. The main important thing is that is projected to the horizontal direction with a velocity of 50 meters per second. As a result of that, the path followed by the object just like this. Again, we have to consider that summary. What's that? You have to consider two objects. One is motion under gravity, the other one is the straight line motion. When considering motion under gravity, the main important thing is initial velocity of that object should be taken as 0. Then it moves downwards and the finally you can consider the displacement as 180 meters. The main important thing is the downward direction should be taken as positive. Plus, we can consider the other object which follows straight line motion just like this. Now we have to find the time of flight of the object and the horizontal range. So how would you find the time of flight? You have to consider motion under gravity, and the main important thing is downward displacement should be, or direction should be, positive, but the initial velocity is 0. Acceleration becomes plus 10 for the first time, and the displacement is 180. Now we have to find time. So if you can take that point as A and B, what happens from A to B, you can use the equation like S equals ut plus half at square. So the displacement is 180, ut getting 0, and then what happens? Half into 10 into t square. This is 5. Then what happens? 36. So t equals root of 36, that is 6 seconds. And then we can find the horizontal range using S equals ut. What is u? It is 50 and the time taken is 6. So the horizontal range is 300 meters. Now we can consider another example. When the object is projected to 225 meter higher cliff, and the main important thing is it is projected upwards with an angle of 30 with a velocity of 80 meters per second. Let's consider that is 120 meters per second. Here we need to find time of flight and the horizontal range. What you have to do? Again, we have to consider the motion under gravity. So the initial velocity, what would be the initial velocity? That is 120 sine 30, that is 60. Then considering the horizontal component, that is 120 cos 30, that is 60 root 3. Then 60 is the initial velocity. Then what happens? This is the maximum height. Then reaches to the ground level. Reaches to the ground level. Plus, you may have to consider the object follows straight line motion. Straight line motion. So then, what happens? This is, you can consider this point is A and B, just like this. Then first of all, you have to consider motion under gravity, taking the upward direction as positive. Then the initial velocity is 60, acceleration is minus 10, and the displacement, that is main important thing. How would you find the displacement? This is initial point, this is final point, the direction is downwards, the gap is 225 meters, it should be negative. It should be negative because we are considering the upward direction as positive, but the direction of the displacement is downwards. So now we can find the time taken using S equals ut plus half at square. Using S equals ut plus half at square, what happens? Displacement minus 225, u is 60, then time taken, then plus minus 10 t square. Then what happens? This is 12, this is 45. Then t square minus 12t minus 45 equals 0. The same as previous, we can consider 15 into 3. Then t square minus 15t plus 3t minus 45 equals 0. Then t can be taken out as a common factor, minus 15 considering plus 3, again minus 15, so t equals 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Then you can find the horizontal range using S equals ut, u is 60 root 3 into 15, that is 900 root 3 meters. That's all.